In the top stories, some Nigerian students say they are afraid to return home. 28 people injured as 2 buses collide, and 4 Barbadians named in the West Indies squad for the upcoming Test series against England. Welcome to Nation News for Tuesday, March 24th, 2015. I'm Natasha Beckles.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
We begin with the news that some of the Nigerian students here in Barbados say they fear for their lives if they are sent back home. A spokesman for the group spoke to Nation News on Tuesday.
Now, no City and Guilds certification, BCC, no way, UE, nothing. The Polytechnic, nothing. Now they've gone back to Baima. But the simple truth is, back in January, our deputy governor arrived here, Professor Amos Otwama, and said money wasn't missing. That if peradventure Donna St. Hill cannot pay our school fees, then that's when our state will now ask her, where is the money? And January have gone, January, February, we are now in March. Nothing is still happening. And our government, instead of asking Donna St. Hill, where is the money? All they are doing now is pulling us back, trying to force us back to Nigeria, one by one. And we know how our government works. All we are begging is for, we now know Barbados to be a very beautiful island with hospitable people. We know if we go back to Nigeria, we are dead. If we go back to Nigeria like this, we are dead. But before we die, we want the world to know the truth.
The students arrived in Barbados in December, but the program has been embroiled in controversy from the start. Government Senator Verla de Pisa says higher taxes may be the only way government would be able to continue fully funding education at the University of the West Indies. She said if government did not pass on 20% of costs to students, it would be forced to increase income tax rates to 50% and VAT to 25%. At present, Barbados has a personal income tax rate of about 35% and a VAT rate of 17.5%. Senator De Pisa made the comments while speaking on the appropriations bill, which contains the estimates. 28 people were injured on Tuesday morning when 2 buses collided at Roadview St. Peter. The Transport Board bus was driven by 51-year-old Trevor Green, while the private minibus was driven by 46-year-old Wayne Harris. 20 of the injured were treated at the scene and discharged, while 5 were taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital and 3 to the Morris Bayer Polyclinic. None of the injuries is believed to be life-threatening. The accident triggered a mass casualty response from the QEH, Barbados Defence Force, the District Emergency Organization, and the Barbados Fire Service. From most reports, the current winter tourist season is shaping up to be a good one for hoteliers. And although the busy period is still in full swing, management of one hotel is already predicting that the next winter will also be buoyant. General Manager of Cobbler's Cove Hotel, Will Oakley, told Nation News a dip was expected this summer, but then an even better winter was likely. He was speaking on Tuesday as the hotel launched Layers of Flavor, a special initiative aimed at using local ingredients. The widow of the man who was shot while in pursuit of a burglar on March 15th says she is grateful for the support she has received in the aftermath of the incident. Marlene Knight told Nation News she hoped Barbadians would join her on Friday for a candlelight vigil for Selwyn Blues Night.
I will be having a vigil for my husband, Selwyn Knight, on 27th, starting from 4:30 until 6:30. We will end off at Dash Gap, where my husband was fatally shot.
Governor General Sir Elliot Belgrave continued his series of school tours on Tuesday with a visit to Eden Lodge Primary. The visit was a bit different since it was at the invitation of Khalil Nash, one of the students. The boy's father is a cycle cop who escorts Sir Elliot, and he asked his dad to encourage the Governor General to visit the school. The rest, as they say, is history. Up next is the commentary with Hayden Gill.
It is exactly 1 week before the end of March, and there is no evidence of the crop starting. No canes have been cut, no trucks are on the road, the factory is not grinding. What is happening with the sugar crop? Officials in the sector are conspicuously quiet. Farmers have been complaining for several months about the losses they will incur for this crop season. The first quarter of the year is almost at an end, so that means there will be even greater losses as canes start to rot in the fields. Yet, we are being told that the sugar industry is to be restructured to the tune of $270 million. Why are we making this level of investment in a sector which seems to be neglected and where output is in decline? It is simply baffling.
In sports, Barbadians Carlos Brathwaite, Miguel Cummins, Shane Dowrich and Shea Hope have been added to the West Indies training squad for the upcoming series against England. All four enjoyed a relatively good Professional Cricket League 4-day competition and have been given the call along with Devendra Bishu and Veersamy Permaul. Darren Bravo, who was injured during the Cricket World Cup, is also back in the squad of 20. For the full list of players, visit our website nationnews.com. And finally, a Maine man who had been wanted by police for several weeks has been captured after he sent out social media messages pinpointing his location. The authorities had been looking for Christopher Wallace in connection with a January burglary. And on Sunday night, they received tips from people who said he had posted on Snapchat that he had returned to his home. While police were at his house, they found out Mr. Wallace had posted a new message saying he was hiding in a cabinet. Not surprisingly, he was found in the cabinet. And that's where we end Nation News for Tuesday. For more, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember to pick up your Midweek Nation on Wednesday or subscribe to our e-paper. Thanks for joining us.